So namaste yogis. Welcome to Wake Up Yoga. My name is Patti and I'm going to guide you through practice today. So we are going to use a few props today. If you'd like some blocks, if you'd like some tissues, we're going to do some breathing and maybe something comfortable to sit on. If you need to go run and get anything, you're welcome to, as long as you listen to our waiver. So in order to make these classes as freely accessible as possible to our participants, we will be using a verbal warning and assumption of risk at the beginning of each class. Participation in the online class is voluntary. Physical activity programs may result in injury, and by participating, you assume the risk of injury that may result from your participation. We strongly recommend that you participate from a space that is suitable for this activity. For example, make sure that you have moved nearby furniture or other potential hazards. If you are participating in a yoga class or a class that involves laying on the ground, we recommend using the mat, or if you don't have one, a carpeted area. Participants are encouraged to stop if they experience pain or injury and should seek advice, medical advice, or care as needed. William & Mary Health and Wellness strongly recommends that each participant have an annual physical exam and follow the advice of your healthcare provider before participating. So, let us begin. So, finding that comfortable seated position will give us some options this morning. You're welcome to come into Sukhasana with the legs crossed. You're welcome to come into Baddha Konasana with the soles of the feet together. Or if it feels right for you to come into Virasana, resting on the heels, shoulders over hips, you're welcome to do so. I'm just starting by checking in this morning. We've had lots of shifts and changes in our weather again here in Virginia. We're knee deep into pollen season. We've had some warm weather. We're back to some cold weather, some rain. So just kind of knowing what's going on in your physical body with the shifts and changes maybe in the weather. Allow yourself a moment to just check in. What is the body telling you? See if you can take the time to start to line up shoulders over hips. Sits bones nice and grounded. If you're using a prop, just having that awareness of even grounding into both sides. Let the chin come to neutral. Start to draw awareness to the spine. And as you lengthen the spine, just start to notice how you get that slight core engagement. That feeling of the navel lifting up towards the rib cage. Relax the shoulders back and down. And then from this space, start to draw awareness to your breath. Just noticing the natural inhales and exhales. Take a moment to allow yourself to draw some comparisons within the breath. And in a space of curiosity, maybe noticing first how your breath might be different from the last time you were on your mat or practice. And then start to add some maybe qualities to the breath, your inhale and your exhale. Noticing maybe temperature, texture, and length. Again, not doing anything to change it, but just bringing awareness to the breath. Start to notice how the breath and the body work in unison together. On the inhale, you can build some energy within, and the exhale, find that space of peace and calm, that perfect harmony within. And then if you're ready, you can start to deepen your inhales and lengthen your exhales. See if this morning as you build the breath, you can keep the inhales and the exhales even. So if you're comfortable with adding a count to it, maybe you start at 3 on the inhale, 3 on the exhale. Move up to maybe 4 on the inhale, 4 on the exhale. Move up to maybe a count of 5 on your inhale and 5 on your exhale. A couple more rounds here. You're up past that count of 5, or just stay there at that 5. Noticing as we bring the breath to even, how that sense of peace and calm starts to enter the body, something we all need a little more of. Notice maybe any restrictions or spaces that seem less open. See if you can send the breath into those spaces. And then after your next round of breath, your deepest inhale, longest exhale, just make your way back to a rhythm of breath that seems right for you. There's no right or wrong to this. And then once you find that rhythm of breath, if you are seated in Sukhasana or easy pose, you're going to switch the legs out. If you're in another posture and want to shift and change it, go ahead. And then just come back to that rhythm of breath. Then from here, we're going to do a little nutty Shohan breath or alternate nostril breathing. If it's in your practice and you want to step right into it, go ahead and go there. But if you're unfamiliar with it, we'll all step into it together. I'll demonstrate it for a full round, and then we're going to move into the space of the practice, and we're going to do it for time this morning. So I like to simplify it by just kind of taking my right hand and coming to this L. Thumb and index finger extended. And then I take my left hand and I turn my palm up. Then from this space, we're going to take the right thumb and put it on the right nostril. We're going to inhale through the left nostril, pause, and then close the left nostril with that index finger, releasing the thumb. Exhale out the right nostril. Pause, close the right nostril, open the left, inhale again. Exhale through the right. Pause, inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. We'll take one more round here and then take a pause. So we're going to inhale through the left, exhale through the right, inhale through the right, exhale through the left. Just releasing the hand for a moment. We're just going to take a couple inhales and exhales here. And then step into the practice a little deeper. So knowing as you're ready, you can step into it whenever you'd like. If this is not speaking to you, you can just do deep diaphragmatic breathing. So when you're ready, closing off the right side, begin breathing in through the left. Exhaling through the right. Inhaling through the right. Exhaling through the left. Inhaling through the left. Exhaling through the right. Inhaling through the right. Exhaling through the left. Inhaling through the left. Exhaling through the right. Inhaling through the right. Exhaling through the left. Inhaling through the left. Exhaling through the right. Inhaling through the right. Exhaling through the left. Inhaling through the left. Exhaling through the right. Inhaling through the right. Exhaling through the left. Last round. Inhaling through the left. Exhaling through the right. Inhaling through the right. Exhaling through the left. Releasing the hand, both palms up. Just coming back into that beautiful breath that you created. Noting if you need a tissue here, go ahead, blow your nose. And then just notice the sense of balance that you created. This alternate nostril breathing has so many therapeutic benefits. So just notice its effects on your body. And then starting to connect breath with movement. Release the hands along the side of the body. Lift the arms up and overhead. Maybe take the gaze up. Nice stretch here. And then exhaling hands through to heart center. 2 more rounds here with your pace. Lifting the arms up on the inhale. Palms together down through heart center on the exhale. Last time, inhale up. Exhale, hands through heart center. And just pause. Allow yourself to find that slight core engagement again, that stacking of the joints, that chin neutral, that nice long spine. And then as you're ready, you're gonna transition to a tabletop. So releasing any props, letting them move along the side of your mat. And then taking the time to set your tabletop up here. So spreading the fingers nice and wide, knees under hips, pressing the tops of the feet into the core. Feel the core lift and engage. Draw your awareness to those shoulders. See if you can get a little external rotation in the shoulders, broadening across the chest. Gaze down at the mat. And then starting to move through cow and cat as mindfully as you can, staying in that beautiful breath, taking the gaze up, letting the navel release down towards the mat, coming back through that tabletop, rounding the back. Taking 3 to 5 rounds here at your pace, articulating the spine, Remembering it's first thing in the morning. Let yourself explore what the spine has to tell you this morning. Then after you complete 3 to 5 mindful rounds here, start adding in maybe any organic movement that your body is desiring. Maybe it's some circles with the hips. Maybe it's cat or cow bows. Maybe it's a little movement through child's pose, back into cat and cow. Maybe some shifts forwards and backwards. And then make your way back to stillness and tabletop. And then let's activate the core this morning before we get up onto our feet. So let's bring our awareness into our right leg. And let's extend the right leg long on the mat. Let's make sure all 5 toes are on the mat. We're pushing through the heels. Let's make sure we haven't shifted the body back so that the hip is still over the knee on the left side. Gaze down at the mat, and if you're ready, you can lift that foot up off the mat. Adding on here, if you'd like, you can take that left hand, reach it out in front, thumb is up. 2 more breath cycles here. Core engage, plus the top of that left foot into the mat. And then as you're ready, bring that left hand down, right knee down, take a cow and a cat. Then coming back to neutral, we're gonna flip the palms. So the fingers are gonna be facing each other in the center of the mat, and you're just gonna rock side to side. Then bringing yourself back to tabletop. Taking time to make sure your tabletop is set up. Then drawing awareness into the left leg. You're going to extend the left leg long on the mat. All 5 toes on the mat. Press the top of the right foot in, engage the core, lift that heel up. From here, reach the right arm out if it feels right. Gaze down at the mat, core engaged. Push through that heel, reach through those fingers. 2 more breaths here. And then right hand down, left knee down. Allow yourself to sink back into a child's pose here. If it feels right to take the hands along the side, you're welcome to. If it feels right to come into Virasana or Hero's pose, go ahead and go there. Check in with your breath. And just notice. Allow the breath to come deeply into the lungs, expand the rib cage. Release the rest if you need to. And then wherever you're at, you're going to reach the arms out in front. You're going to let those finger pads grab onto the mat, making those forearms active, elbows are up off the floor. And then drawing into those finger pads, you're going to tuck your toes, lift your hip, and find your first downward dog of practice. Let's take a moment here in this dog to set it up. So keeping those fingers spread nice and wide, they're about shoulder width distance. Feet are hip width distance. If it feels right to start walking your dog a little bit, coming up onto the toes and bending the knee, alternating the feet. If you're ready to be a little more active here, you can come up onto both toes, bending both knees, moving through then finding some stillness here. Maybe the heels start to sink down towards the mat. Shake your head yes and no, just releasing any tension, and then just bring the gaze down to the mat. And then mindfully coming up onto the toes again, you're going to bend the right knee. And you're going to start mindfully walking to the top of your mat. Allow yourself to just soften into a forward fold. Make sure the knees are bent, abs and chest are resting on the quads. Maybe you hold on to opposite elbows here. Maybe again, you shake your head yes and no, releasing any tension in the body. And then wherever you're at, you're just going to find stillness, releasing the hands, maybe drawing the crown of the head a little closer to the floor. Taking the fingertips and tracing them up the shins, you're going to find that half lift. You're just going to take a moment to set this half lift up this morning. You're going to externally rotate the shoulders, hug the elbows in, gaze down at the mat, engage the core. Start to lengthen the legs, maybe drawing the hips over the heels. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach the arms out in front. And then from here, press into the feet, bend the knees, come on up. Reach the arms up and overhead. Gaze maybe comes up, and the palms together. Float them through to heart center. Pausing here in Samastiti. Maybe setting an intention for practice today. And then once that intention is set, on an exhale, let the hands release down to the side of the body. And begin to set up your mountain. Allow yourself to ground into your mat, lifting up all 10 toes. Bend the knees slightly, feel the quads engaged, the core engaged. Draw the pelvis to neutral. Engage that core a little more. Lift the spine, the crown of the head towards the ceiling. And then on an inhale, lift the arms up and overhead. Exhale, take that swan dive forward, bending the knees as much as you need to get there. Inhale, take a half lift. Exhale, release. Placing both hands down on the mat. You're going to step back with the right foot and then the left foot. You're going to come into a plank and then you're going to lower the knees, come onto the tops of the feet and hug the elbows in, lowering down. Third eye to the mat. No weight into the hands. Press the tops of the feet into the floor. You're going to feel the knees lift, the core engage. Exhale all the air out. And on an inhale, gently lift, lengthening that spine. Hug the elbows in. Exhale, release. Inhale, press yourselves back up into tabletop. And then make your way to down dog. Just breathe. Taking time to settle into that dog when you're ready, sinking the heels down towards the mat. And then coming up high on the toes again, you're going to bend that left knee and just start mindfully walking to the top of the mat again. Find that forward fold. Maybe this time you'd like to lift up the feet and press the hands underneath the feet. Maybe bringing the fingers up into the wrists. Maybe rocking side to side. Massaging the wrists. Maybe drawing the crown of the head closer to the mat. Releasing the hands. Allow yourselves to find that half left. Making it as active as you would like now. Exhale, release. Reaching those arms out in front again. Engaged core, press into the feet. Come on up. Reaching up, palms together. This time, let's find steeple mudra. And let's just rock side to side. If it feels right to start to draw the feet together, go ahead and go there. Making it a little more balanced, keeping the shoulders in line. After a few rounds, if you'd like to pause over on the right side, go ahead and go there. Bump that left hip out, lengthen a little more. Inhale back to center, and then move right to that left side. Inhale back to center, hands through heart center. Find your mountain. Two more breath cycles here, just checking in. Is there any space with your breath that you can start to open up a little bit more or release any tension? And then on an inhale, lift the arms up and overhead. Take the gaze up with them. Maybe a little back bend here as you draw the palms together. Bring everything back to neutral. And then swan dive it forward. Inhale, take a half lift. Exhale, release. Placing both hands on the mat. You're going to step back with the left foot and then the right foot and find a plank. Maybe you're ready to lower all the way down here. Maybe you're ready to move right into an up dog. Options. So as you're ready, coming into either up dog or cobra, and then finding your down dog. You can move through tabletop and then plank. 2 breath cycles here. And then mindfully making your way to the top of the mat. Either going back to that right foot, or if a hop is in your practice, go there. Exhale into that forward fold. Inhale, take a half lift. Exhale, release. Reaching the arms this time, either out to a T or out in front. You're going to press into the feet. Come on up. Palms come together. Maybe a baby back bend. Back to neutral. Hands through heart center. Find your mountain. Settle in here. Just notice. Coming back maybe to your intention for practice today. And then reach the arms up and overhead. Allow yourself to swan dive it forward. Inhale, take a half lift. Exhale, release. Both hands on the mat. You're going to step back with the right foot. And you're going to lower that knee down. We're coming into a low lunge here. So from here, you're going to come onto the top of that foot. If you'd like to add some blocks or books into your practice here, go ahead and go there. Make sure that knee on the front leg is over the ankle. Draw that right hip forward, left hip back. Nice long spine here. Breathe. And then from here, if you'd like to add a little dynamic movement in, you're welcome to. Rocking back and forth. And then finding stillness. As you come back to the front of the mat, you're going to release the blocks. Place both hands on the mat. You're going to untuck that back leg. Lifting the knee. You're You're going to shift your weight forward. Find that forward fold. Inhale, take a half lift. Exhale, release. Both hands on the mat. You're going to step back with the left foot. We're going to do the same thing here. So you're going to lower that back knee onto the toes. Get that right knee set up over the ankle. Using the blocks of your book if you'd like. Getting yourself set up. Shifting that right hip back, left hip forward. Long spine. And then if it feels right, start to have that dynamic movement in. Rocking back and forth. The next time you make your way to the front of the mat, you're going to remove the blocks, untuck the back down, lift the back knee, shift the weight forward, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, exhale, release. Then from here, you're going to draw hands to heart center. You're going to shift your weight into your heels, and with a nice flat back, you're coming up into your chair. Breathe. Engage that core. Hug those inner thighs together. See if you can lift the chest just a little bit more with that core engagement. Exhale, release back to forward fold. Both hands on the mat. You're going to step back with the right foot, left foot plank, hold. And then moving through either your cobra or chaturanga to up dog, lowering, coming up, meeting, and down dog. Then lowering the knees mindfully. Finding your tabletop. Taking a cow and a cat. And then finding either your child's pose or your Virasana or hero's pose. Coming back to your breath. As you settle in here, releasing wrists as you need to. Notice your heart rate. Notice the spaces in the body. And then as you are ready, if you are in child's pose, you're going to make your way up into tabletop. If you're in Virasana, you're just going to slide onto your sits bones. From tabletop, you're going to make your way into your sits bones. And we're going to bring our feet to the top of our mat, legs long, as we set up a Dandasana here. So your feet are going to be about hip width apart. Toes are facing up towards the ceiling, so you have that flexion in your feet. You're sitting equally on both sits bones. And first we're going to start with spreading our toes nice and wide. And then we're going to hug our toes in. Giving our feet a little love first. We'll do that 3 rounds. Spread the toes wide. Hug them in. Last one, spread the toes wide. Hug the toes in. Then from this space, we're going to elongate the legs by just lifting the heels up off the floor. And then relaxing the heels back down, find that softening in the knees again. Then shoulders over hips. This core is nice and engaged. We spent that time opening up the spine. So hopefully this feels pretty good. Hands can be resting along the side of the body if you'd like to rest the hands on the block if that helps, or rest the hands on the quads. Two more breaths here. Bring the chin to neutral, relax the shoulders. And then wherever you're at here, you're going to reach the arms up and overhead. You're going to hinge from your hip crease, nice long spine. And you're going to come forward, just reaching forward. But let that reach come from the body, not the shoulders. And then wherever the hands lie, let them go. Reaching the crown of the head, long, keep that chin neutral, just breathe. Couple rounds of breath here, opening up the spine. Draw your awareness to the spine here, and if it feels right for you, once you've opened the spine, allow yourself to start to round the back. Tucking the chin, maybe drawing the crown of the head closer to the body. If you rounded the back on an inhale, you're going to reach the crown of the head towards the front of your mat, keeping that nice long spine. And then drawing awareness into the hands. You're going to bring them back along the side of the body and then come up with a nice long back. Taking a moment here. And then from this space, you're welcome to bend the knees and scoot up towards the front of your mat if you need to. And then we're going to just recline down onto the mat. You can make this as much or as little work as you want, but please honor your spine and articulate down. From here, allow yourself a moment to just settle in. Find that neutral pelvis. Let those shoulders externally rotate and rest on the mat. And then as you're ready, draw the knees up into the chest using your core strength. Take a moment here with the hands still along the side of the body. Just roll those ankles out, right and left. And then once you've freed those ankles, then take the hands, place them on the shins or the hamstrings, hug the knees into the chest. Then from here, let the left leg go long, hug the right leg in a little more. Keep breathing, hugging that right knee in. We're going to put some flexion in both feet to keep the legs active. And then drawing awareness into the right arm. Either up to a T or cactus. Let the left hand draw the right leg across the body. Keeping the gaze up at the ceiling until you get settled in. Take a couple breaths, settled in. And then, if it feels right, to take the gaze over that right shoulder. Go ahead and go there. Inhaling, bringing the gaze back to center first. Exhale, and then on the next inhale, draw that right knee in. Inhaling, pull that left knee in, hug them in for a breath cycle, and then let that right leg go long. Moving to the left side here, we're going to hug that left knee in. Dynamic movement. And then taking that left arm out to either a T or cactus, draw the left leg across the body with the right. Same thing here, you're going to take a few breaths getting settled first, and then take the gaze over the opposite shoulder, but only if it feels right. On an inhale, you're going to bring the gaze back to center. Exhale. Inhale, left knee back to center, hug it in. Let the right knee join the left. And then from this space, letting the feet come to the floor and extending the legs into your Shavasana, or taking the shape that feels right for your Shavasana this morning. Coming into maybe another Baddha Konasana Sutta on your back. Maybe you feel like Shavasana should be seated this morning. But allowing yourself just a few moments here as you settle into truly our most important posture of practice. This mindful relaxation posture. Especially in these times that we are in, we know that mindfulness and taking that pause helps our immune system. And couldn't we all use a little boost in our immune system right now? So just taking that time right now to just be. And then begin to draw your awareness back to your breath. As you notice the breath start deepening the inhales and lengthening the exhales. As you add the energy, the prana, the breath into the body, noticing again its effect on the body. As the body calls for some natural movement, just let it happen. Whether it be a wiggle of fingers and toes, it might be a shrug of the shoulders, it might be a gentle rock of the head side to side on the mat. Tune in, listen to what the body's telling you this morning. Continue adding movement in as you build breath. And when and if your body is ready for a full body stretch, just let it happen naturally with a big, deep inhale. Long exhale. Take as many breath cycles here as you would like, feeling into the benefits of your practice. And then when you're finished stretching, allow yourself to roll to your right side. Finding that comfortable fetal position, that space of new beginning. Then draw awareness into your left hand. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Let that left hand come down to the floor. As that hand settles in, and when you are ready, pressing into that hand, making your way up to a comfortable seated position. If you'd like, you're welcome to join me with hands at heart center. I thank you all for the privilege of guiding you through this Wake Up Yoga practice. I hope the benefits of this practice follow you into your day today. May you all be happy. May you be safe. May you walk this earth always in loving kindness, at peace, in good health, and at ease. From my heart to all of your hearts. Namaste, yogis. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you all soon.